Earth is 4.54 billion years old. If you compress that entire history into a 24-hour day, humans wouldn't show up until the last 3 seconds before ULE happened during the other 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 57 seconds, using real geological evidence, not guesswork. Everything in this video comes from verified evidence: radiometric dating of rock samples, ice cores, fossil records, and zircon crystals, some of the oldest material ever found on Earth, dated at over 4.4 billion years old. No speculation. Let's start at the very beginning. About 4.54 billion years ago, our solar system was a spinning disk of gas and dust called the solar nebula. Gravity pulled material together into clumps, and one of those clumps became Earth, formed through repeated collisions of smaller rocky bodies called planetesimals. Early Earth was molten. Constant asteroid impacts and radioactive decay kept the surface at temperatures high enough to melt rock. This period is called the Hadean Eon, named after Hades because conditions were closer to a molten underworld than the planet we know today. Around 4.5 billion years ago, evidence points to a Mars-sized object, scientists call it Theia, colliding with early Earth. The debris from that collision formed our moon. This is called the giant impact hypothesis, and it's the leading scientific explanation supported by lunar rock samples brought back during the Apollo missions. As Earth slowly cooled, water vapor released by volcanic activity, along with water delivered by icy comets and asteroids, began to condense. Zircon crystals found in Australia, dated to 4.4 billion years old, contain chemical signatures suggesting liquid water existed on Earth's surface far earlier than scientists once believed. This means oceans may have formed within only 100 to 200 million years of Earth's creation, geologically almost immense. The oldest widely accepted evidence of life comes from stromatolites, layered rock structures built by colonies of microorganisms found in Western Australia, dated to about 3.48 billion years old. Some chemical evidence in rock from Greenland suggests life might go back even further to 3.8 billion years, though this remains debated among scientists. These early life forms were simple single-celled microbes, likely similar to modern cyanobacteria. For roughly the next 3 billion years, single-celled organisms were the only life on Earth. No plants, no animals, just microbes for the vast majority of our planet's entire history. One of the most important events in Earth's history happened around 2.4 billion years ago: the Great Oxidation Event. Cyanobacteria had been performing photosynthesis for hundreds of millions of years, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. At first, this oxygen was absorbed by rocks and oceans, but eventually it began accumulating in the atmosphere. And for most life at the time, which had evolved without oxygen, this was toxic. It likely caused one of the largest extinction events in Earth's history, wiping out organisms that couldn't tolerate oxygen. But it also set the stage for everything that followed: oxygen-breathing life, and eventually, us. Between roughly 720 and 635 million years ago, geological evidence, including glacial deposits found near the equator, suggests Earth went through periods where it may have been almost entirely covered in ice, an event scientists call Snowball Earth. Then, around 541 million years ago, something remarkable happened: the Cambrian explosion. In a geologically short window, about 13 to 25 million years, the fossil record shows a dramatic increase in the diversity of complex life. Most major animal groups we recognize today first appear in the fossil record during this period. From here, the fossil record documents the rise of fish, plants moving onto land around 470 million years ago, the first forests, the age of dinosaurs starting around 230 million years ago, their extinction 66 million years ago after an asteroid impact at Chicxulub in modern-day Mexico, and the rise of mammals afterward. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, appear in the fossil record only about 300,000 years ago. On our 24-hour clock from the start of this video, that's less than the final 6 seconds of the entire day. Every rock, every fossil, every ice core tells part of this story, and scientists are still refining the details as new evidence is found. But the broad timeline, 4.54 billion years, most of it without any life at all, and humans arriving in the last few seconds, is one of the best documented stories in science. If you want more real, evidence-based breakdowns like this, subscribe.